Hey guys, so for this video I'm gonna be replacing this old electric water heater, and I'm just gonna document the stuff that I'm gonna do. Maybe it's gonna help somebody who's also looking to do this job on their own without looking for a professional. I'm by no means a professional. This is the first time I'm doing this. Before you do any work, just make sure that you disconnect the actually turn off the power supply, which I'm gonna show you in my electrical panel, because this one is 240 volt and doesn't matter. But anyways, whenever you work with electricity, you want to make sure that it's off, which in my I already disconnected mine. Turned it off. So I already started doing something. And also, so you can see here, it's already starting to rust. This water heater is about 15 years old, plus minus 1 year maybe. And it still works, but the reason I decided to change is because I know it's already at the end of its life, and I would rather change it now before it leaks and causes any damage. So I'm more into a preventative service rather than later when it leaks, replacing the water heater at that time. And then also I'm gonna have to fix whatever the water damage. And I've learned the hard way when in my house the other water heater leaked, and I had to do some renovation after that. So basically here you can see I already checked make sure that you also have, even though if you disconnect the power, make sure that you have a meter to check if the power is actually off. Again, you want to be extra safe and careful when you work with electrical stuff. So this is where we're going to be connecting the electrical stuff. These two pipes, so hot water, cold, the pressure valve, and right now I also have already the garden hose connected to the drain pipe. So I already disconnected also the water source. You got to make sure that once you start emptying the water heater, that you don't get the flow of water, because we need it to be empty. So let me go and show you my electrical panel, just for you to kind of see what I mean. I have water heater labeled, which is the 30 amp, and it's off. So I'm going to be replacing my water heater with this one. I got this one from the Home Depot. This is also 50 gallon, just like the one I have, and it's also about the same size. Some of them come tall, but it will be easier to have the same size so that the connections are about in the same spot. This one also comes with the Wi-Fi, so you can actually download an app and control the water heater. I guess you can adjust the temperature or turn it off if you're not home to save the energy. So this one is Performance Platinum. This is Gladiator. The only difference, well, besides the Wi-Fi and besides that it's new, is this one is a little bit it's gonna warm up the water faster, because the one that I currently have is 4500 the watts. So it's basically, I guess, how fast it heats up the water. This one is 5500, so that's gonna be a little upgrade. And it also has this water shutoff valve, or basically when it detects if there is any water leak, it will automatically shut off, so that I guess you get minimal damage from the water, as opposed to if you don't have this device. All right, so this is the device that I was talking about to check if the electricity is actually off, because you want to make sure to do it safely. So it's not giving me any signal, that means it's off. In comparison, if I check here, see, the power is on. All right, so make sure if you don't have this device, I would highly suggest get one. And again, you want to make sure, you want to double check and just be safe. All right, the garden hose is connected to the drain pipe. I'm about to start draining. You just want to make sure that when you drain, you open either the hot water faucet. The reason you want to do it is because you don't want to create a negative pressure in the tank, and it will be easier to drain all that water. All right, so draining the water heater, but this process is kind of slow. Yeah, I mean, normally it's normal for it to take about half an hour or so. Sometimes the sediments can get into that the drain pipe, and that could be the reason for slow draining. I opened this valve right here to avoid creating a negative pressure, which even makes the flow even slower, the draining. There is a way to backflash the water back into the tank to get rid of that, the sediments, but I don't have that extra hose and stuff to do that, so I guess I'm stuck. I'm gonna have to drain it like this, and it's probably gonna take me more than half an hour. Probably, I would say at least an hour. And I could, once the bucket fills up, I can tell that there is, the water is not clean. It's, I guess, because of all the rusty stuff and the sediment after all these years. So I think it's the good thing I decided to change it, because I'm sure eventually this thing would have failed. And usually it happens at a time when it's most unexpected, so it's better to fix it while you have some time and it's not an emergency. Alright guys, so the old unit is out, and make sure you properly prepare the base. So I got the new one, the pan, and connected to this drainage pipe. So right now is another heavy job to be done, which is to bring here the new one and somehow lift it up onto this base. Yeah, it would have been easier to do it if there was two people, but it's just me by myself. Let's see how it's gonna be. Alright, so the new water heater is in place. The water lines are connected. The pressure relief valve, the pipe is connected. The electrical wires are connected. Just, if you run into the same thing that I had, which was a little bit confusing, the water heater comes with red and black wire. Red is positive, black is negative. But my connection, I had black and white. So black I connected with the red wire, which is positive, and white with black, which is negative. And of course you have a ground. So now what, once I'll close this, I'm gonna open the main water valve. I'll open, by the way, this means it's closed. When you turn it like this, that means it's open when it's aligned with the pipe, the water line. And before I turn on the power to the water heater, I'm gonna also open the hot water faucet, just to make sure that the water starts to run normally. So once you only turn on the power once the tank is full, because otherwise you may damage whatever the internal parts. So I'm about to do that. Hopefully it will work as it should. All right, the water is on and all that air is coming out. So once I get the normal water flow, I'll know that the tank is full, and that's when I'm gonna turn on the power. So I don't know if you can hear, but the tank is slowly, but it's filling up. As you can see, the power is off again until I get the tank full, and that's when I'm gonna turn on the power. Alright, so I got water. That means my tank is full. That means I can turn on the power. Alright, so the tank is full, and here I'm back at the electrical panel. Here's the water heater. I'm gonna turn it on, and let's see. Alright, so everything is connected. The power is on, as you can see. I have just connected the water heater. I actually downloaded the app and connected the water heater through my app. And so, as you can see, this is a solid blue. That means it's connected to the Wi-Fi. And it's currently actually warming up the water. So we'll see in I don't know how long, an hour or so. Hopefully I'm gonna start getting hot water.